Howdy folks, Mackie here with Mackie Red Horsemanship. This video here is of Chota loading in the trailer after about 3 days of work, and gonna let her show off a little bit here with just a rope around her. Also thought that some of you might like to see the facility that I use, or at least a little bit of it. Belongs to our neighbors, so it's just a mile from pavement as opposed to several miles on a dirt road. And I thought I'd introduce you to the other two horses that live here at the barn where I train. And so this one, the first horse you're going to meet, his name is Carr, C-A-R-R, and I've had him for a long time. I started him when he was 3, and well, he's probably 14, 15 years old now. But he's my go-to buddy, and I use him for day working a lot and giving lessons. And then this horse here, his name is Zeb. He's a full-blooded Black Morgan. He was on his way to the Kilders when I met him. He's been with us for about a year, and he's making real good progress, but it's slow. I'm not in any hurry with him. And then, of course, there's Chota. So we're going to get started with this trailer loading. What I want to do is I want to encourage Chota to come with me, follow me outside, rather than just put the halter on her right there. And that way I can really tell where her mind is if she's focused on me, and she's not really. So you'll see I'm going to reach down and pick up a pebble here, and then I'm just going to toss it in the barn. It just touches her on the hind end, and then she goes, yep, I better get out there. So, just let her walk around a little bit. She's never had just a rope on her. Always used the halter and a lead rope of different lengths, but she's never had just the feel of a rope around her neck. So this is kind of new for her too. But we'll get this rope on her, and then we'll get her over to the trailer. And so here we go. I've moved my trailer out a little bit away from where it was earlier, only because it was close to a brush pile, and she was a little nervous about that. But if you're going to do this, it is it is kind of a trick. It really does show off a horse's skill, and shows off your ability to get your horse to load in the trailer, no matter how close or far away the horse may be. But there are some things that you want to keep in mind. If you've not ever used a rope, or your horse has never had a rope around its neck, then you want to prepare your horse for that before you put a rope around your horse's neck, and then ask it to load in the trailer. Because if you pull tension on that rope and she's not used to that, or your horse is not used to that, they might get scared. So Chota's had a lot of things done with her with varying lengths of lead ropes. So I know that she's going to handle this okay, and she has enough skill now that I know that if we get ourselves in a tight spot, she's not going to get all excited and freaked out. And as we go along, you're going to see the rope will get tangled around her, but I left it in there because it's going to happen, and I want you to see what her skill level is like. So I'm just going to let her go out, she goes out there about 35, 40 feet maybe, and then I point to the trailer, and she makes a short turn. So we're going to make a couple circles here first. She kind of likes this idea of being further away. She's kind of interested in this cactus that's out here by a power pole, and she'll figure it out what I want here in a little bit. Not in any big hurry, so we'll just take our time. Just imagine that this is a 60-foot lead rope, and it's the same deal. The process is still the same. Outside's work, and then she gets in, and it's all comfort. So she learns that the trailer is a good place to be, and she'll enjoy being in there. I had a client, his name was Louise, and she had a beautiful horse named Lily, and I worked with Lily for a little while. I had to go get Lily and load her in the trailer because she didn't want to get in the trailer and come over here. So I went over and just spent a little bit of time. It wasn't very long, and we had her in the trailer, but she went through this process too. And when she went home, her mom, Louise, had taken her to one of those vet clinics where you get your shots. And they were walking back to their trailer, down a row of trailers, and somebody had left their trailer open, and Lily pulled the rope from her hands and crawled inside that trailer. So I hope that all of you get your horses so that their trailer broke enough that if there's one empty, they're going to think it's a good place to be. So you can see Chota doesn't have any trouble loading, and she gets in real quiet. She backs off as easy as she gets off going forward. We're not working on that today, but she backs off with confidence. She's quiet. So we're just going to keep asking her to do basically these same things. The key here, of course, as I've been talking about in all these videos, is that once your horse is in the trailer, is you want to let them rest in that trailer. If you just run them in and run them out, pretty soon they're going to see there's no value in going in that trailer because they just get run out and they're going to quit. So I stopped her from going in the trailer because I just wanted her to work outside a little bit more. But I want you to notice how quiet she is about it. It's very quiet. She's not in a hurry. And that's really what I like to see. Not being in a hurry and jumping right in there. So this was actually her last day of the trailer loading program. Remember that, remember here to let your horse rest. Don't be in a hurry. This is a good time to just let them enjoy being left alone. But remember, in the trailer loading program, you want to do it for at least 5 days in a row. Loading them twice a day, once in the morning, once in the evening, and you can even, give them their part of their meal. Not too much, but throw a handful of hay in there or whatever it is you might be feeding. Every now and then, you don't have to do it every time, but every now and then, so that they say, "Hey, look what's here. Never expected to find that," and it becomes something really pretty pleasant for them. So again, it's just repetition. We're going to do the same things over and over. I want her to get further and further away. I just want to see how much she wants to be in that trailer. She was interested in this cactus here when she went by. And, as you can see, she's kind of looking it over. And then I'm just going to ask her to go get in the trailer. She makes a quick turn, and as you can see, the rope now is underneath her and around her legs, between her legs. Now, I don't want to pull hard because if I do, we're just going to get in a wreck. But I've done this enough times. I know that if I flip my rope around here a little bit, she will step over it in her hind legs and the rope will be on her right side. Then I can stop her and turn her just like that. So the key is, if you get yourself in a jam, don't panic. Don't get all excited. Just relax and wait. Because if you get excited, you get nervous, your horse is going to get excited. Your horse is going to get nervous. So just take your time. Now I've got to go in the other direction, but you'll notice the door closes on us. So she looks and the door's closed, so she goes, "Well, I can't get in there." But I want you to watch what she does. She's going to think this through. She's going to see that that door's closed and realize that she can't get in there. But you watch. Just watch her. Watch her think this through. She's going to figure out, "Oh, I can go around that, and I'll just jump in on the other side of that door." And then again, as I've been mentioning so many times, is make sure you let your horse rest in that trailer. And she's seen this coiled up rope. She's not really sure what that's all about. So she's a little nervous about it. But now is when you want to rub on your horse, love on your horse. I don't want people to think that I don't, that I don't enjoy loving on my horses, because I do. I enjoy grooming them. I enjoy loving on them, but I want that to be a reward for them, and it certainly is for me when they do a good job and I get an opportunity to do that, or when they're resting there and I get an opportunity to do that. Then I have value. I'm not just somebody who's always asking for something to be done. That there's time when we'll have some downtime together and we can enjoy each other's company. So each time she just gets better and better. Again, she's probably 30, 40 feet. It's a 60-foot rope, so she's probably 30, 40 feet away from me when she loads in the trailer on her own. And that's a trailer broke horse right there. Is that she will load in that trailer with basically nothing on her, just a rope around her neck. She's come to see that trailer as not being a bad place or a bad box or a cave or any of those other things. It's just a good place to be. So it's a great time for me to just tell her what a good girl she is. And you can't hear me, but I'm just telling her what a good girl she is. Rubbing on her, scratching on her. And so until she goes home, which will probably be the end of January, I'll load her in the trailer and take her for a ride. We'll just go someplace so she can kind of get used to that, and just review these things. We're riding outside now a whole lot more, and so we're putting into practice some of these things that we've learned here in the arena, the round pen, with our trailer loading. And so I'll try to get some video of a ride here in the next week or so you can see her progress. But she's doing good. I'm sure Mom and Dad are real proud of her. And appreciate all of you watching the videos and that you share them with your friends, and share them around with folks that you think might be interested. If there's anything that we can do to help you out, we've got information coming up after this with our email address and such. Please feel free to get a hold of us. If there's anything that we can do to be of help, we sure want to. And thanks again for your support, and we'll see you down the trail.